The Golden State Warriors are 2022 NBA champions as they win in Game 6 over the Boston Celtics, 103-90. Welcome into NBA Now on Chat Sports. I'm your host, Harrison Graham. Appreciate everybody for watching tonight's show. What can you say? I mean, Golden State wins the final 3 games of this series. They got down 12-2 early, but then just a blitzkrieg the rest of the way. They never really were in danger of losing. 103-90, had a big halftime lead, up 15 points. Steph Curry, 34 points, 7 rebounds, 7 assists. Andrew Wiggins chipped in 18. Celtics got 34 from Jaylen Brown, but it wasn't enough as Jason Tatum struggled, Marcus Smart struggled. Al Horford chipped in 19, but all in all, the Golden State Warriors were the better team, and the best team won the championship this year. Shout out to Steph Curry. I mean, he wins his 4th title, and he gets his first Finals MVP to go along with it. That was really the only thing missing on his resume, and now he's got that. And I think with that, you got to start asking questions like this. Is Steph Curry a top 5 player in NBA history? Type 1 for yes, type 2 for no. Is Steph a top 5 player ever? Let us know what you guys think down in the comment section. Maybe top 5 is a little rich, although I think he's well on his way. He's for sure top 10 at this point. He's got 4 championships. That's an exclusive category. He now has a Finals MVP. He has a pair of regular season MVPs. What's missing on the resume? Sure, he's not an all-defensive guy like a Kobe Bryant was, so maybe that holds him back a notch, but you're talking about the greatest shooter ever, the toughest, I think, guard to just keep up with because he's so good on and off the ball. He's just running all over the place. This is a top 10 player in NBA history and a guy that's got a real chance of being top 5 when it's all said and done. Because let's be clear, too, he ain't done. And the Warriors ain't done. They got a lot left in the tank. We'll see what roster tinkering happens this offseason, but for tonight, it's all about celebrating. Pour one out, crack a beer, whatever your thing is, because another championship is coming to the Bay as the Warriors win Game 6 in Boston to win this series 4-2. Dub Nation, subscribe to Warriors today because it's your one-stop shop for all things Warriors. Plus, it's 100% free. And here's the deal. The season might be over. The Warriors might be champs again, but there's a lot of offseason stuff to get to. They got a first-round pick. Free agency coming up, some potential big decisions. Does Andre Iguodala come back? That's in the works as well. Lots of things to break down this offseason on Golden State Warriors today. Subscribe right now, youtube.com/WarriorsTV, as the Golden State Warriors are now NBA champions. Let's recap the entire series, and then we'll talk a little bit more about the game tonight, maybe talk about more legacy stuff too. Klay and Dre certainly have a lot of legacy that was impacted tonight. Boston was able to win Game 1, 120-108, and you felt like, man, the Celtics are here. And they were here. They were good throughout this series. But Game 2, Golden State got their feet underneath them, 107-88. Steph had a big game in that one as well. Celtics bounced back, won Game 3, 116-100. The big 3 for Boston, Tatum, Brown, and Smart, combined for over 75 points. But then after that, Golden State controlled the series. Game 4, Celtics had their chances. Warriors dominated the 4th. They never looked back. Won that game 107-97. That was an all-time game for Steph Curry, 43-10. Won again in Game 5, 104-94. That was the Andrew Wiggins game as he had 26-13. And then tonight, to ice the series, Golden State wins it 103-90 to knock off the Boston Celtics in 6 games, down 2-1, and then win it 4-2. And this is what championship organizations do. And that is what you have here with guys like Steph Curry, with guys like Klay Thompson, Draymond Green. The guy's a pest. He's annoying sometimes, but you know what? He is an absolute championship piece for this franchise. Make no mistake. Steph's the engine, but Klay is an all-time great. Draymond is an all-time teammate. And Steve Kerr is the perfect coach for this franchise because he's so cool, he's so calm, he's so collected, and he just lets these guys play. They get down 12-2 tonight. Quick timeout. Hey, let's relax. We're on the road. We knew they were going to come out with fireworks. And then what happened the rest of the game? At one point from that down 12-2, they went on a 49-21 run. Yeah, that's how you take control of a game and take control of a series. Congratulations to Golden State. They were the better team tonight, and they were the better team in the series, and they were the best team in the NBA this year. That's why they're NBA champions. Let me ask you this. Do the Warriors win another title? Is this it, or do they go for number 5? Type Y for yes, type in for no. I think they're winning at least one more. This does not look like a team that's slowing down. Steph does not look like a player that's slowing down. I think Klay Thompson will come back stronger next year as he got better and better as the year went on, coming back from that injury. We'll see how long guys like Dre want to play. I think Andre Iguodala is probably done, but you got Jordan Poole coming up. He's only going to get better, so I think this team's got another championship in them. Y for yes and for no. Will the Warriors win another title? Well, if they don't, you better get some gear for this one. And even if they're going to, you should get some gear for this one. Chatsports.com/NBA champs. Hoodies, T-shirts, other gear as well. Go check out the link. It'll be in the comments. It'll be in the description. Pick up some Golden State Warriors NBA champions gear today. It's been 4 years. Doesn't feel like it. It's been 4 years since the Warriors have won a championship, but they're back on the top of the mountain, and I think that's where they belong because this has been the dynasty of the last decade or so in the NBA. Go rep your squad, chatsports.com/NBA champs. Again, link in the comments and in the description. All right, so Warriors are champs again, and we could ramble about legacy, how great this is, but I think these guys would tell you themselves after they celebrate and party for a couple of weeks, which they deservedly should, and they'll have a parade and all that stuff, they want to chase another one. So if you're Golden State, I think the question is, what are the big moves this offseason? Well, number one, do you keep or trade the draft pick? Warriors got the number 28 overall pick. There's been a report out there that they're shopping that pick. They could look to move it. We'll see. Obviously, they're in win-now mode, so moving that pick makes some sense. Number two, Jordan Poole. Does he get extended? He's eligible for an extension. I think that's a guy you want to keep long-term. So, how do you figure that money out? Obviously, they're committed to going into the luxury tax, and I expect them to do that. Number three, does Wiggins, Klay, or Dre get moved this offseason? I tend to think no. I think they'll run it back with this core at least one more year. Eventually, you're going to have to make some decisions where one of these guys probably gets moved. Obviously, Steph isn't going to play anywhere else, but that's a big decision. And then a wild card, what about James Wiseman? Where does he fit into all this? Is he a part of this? Do you trade him? Maybe you trade him in number 28 for another win-now piece. Kevon Looney's a free agent. Maybe you move Wiseman and you bring back Looney for that type of money. Because if you extend Poole, that's where you lose a guy, right? Like, you'd probably lose a guy like Looney in that scenario. So there are decisions that have to be made. I don't think Steve Kerr and Bob Myers are worried about those decisions tonight, but I'll tell you what, those decisions, they can come at another day. Are you subscribed? Let us know. Type me if you are. And also, the Warriors are champs, baby. Type GSW in the chat. Put a ring on it. I've got a ring here, but it's just my wedding ring. I don't have a championship ring. Don't get me wrong, I love this ring, but I don't have 4 more like Steph Curry. GSW in the chat. Warriors, NBA champs once again.